Here's a quick news break with yours truly. I'm the one and only. I go by the name of Mr. TALIAFERRO. Please make sure you're following your boy. It's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. It's all at It's Mr. TALIAFERRO. So fresh off of his explosive, always entertaining, iconic rant that Joe Budden had on his last podcast, in which he let go two of his co-hosts. He told Maul to go get his energy right, and he flat-foot fired Rory and said he ain't coming back anytime soon to the podcast. Joe Budden isn't done talking yet. So what I want to do is put on your screen exactly what Joe said to Rory on the podcast, and then we'll go to Joe's social media account, and we also have some reaction from none other than the two co-hosts that were trending on Twitter Wednesday morning, and that will be Rory and Maul, who again have both been let go at this time from Joe Budden. So these are the words Joe said to Rory, straight up and down, just so there's no surprises here. And we got this information put in context and quote. These are Joe's words. He said, Rory feels like he has so many options here. Somehow he still feels like he's running the show. He still feels like he has choices and options. He feels like he's entitled to more. Rory, you are in breach of your contract, and from this point forward, you are fired and you are not welcome back. Joe continued on his Twitter account over the last 48 hours. Joe said it was a hell of a run. Somebody said, if I were Ice and Ish, I'd be thinking twice before going into business with you. He said, me too. Somebody hit him and was like, you lost me today, Joe. He was like, take care. Then the fan was like, yo, you sure it's over? He was like 10,000%. He said, somebody said, no, you whack for this. He said, I was whack before this. You be cool. And then he retweeted somebody saying, yo, Park's wedding gonna be awkward. And he also retweeted somebody who said, I can't even be mad at Joe Budden. If you're gonna be a public target of ridicule no matter what decision you make, then make the decision that lends itself to what's best for you. Somebody had mentioned Joe and said, does any part of you say that maybe this whole situation needs more thought than what you've given it? He said, no, it's time for it to stop being given thought. There are millions of podcasts. People will survive. And then Joe was asked, yo, where is the podcast at? Because it has been taken down off of streaming platforms. He said it's on Patreon, and that's where it will stay. I'm off to breakfast. Friend or not, I'm never funding someone's sabotage of me. That will never happen. I get far away from the threat. You can think peace until your face turns blue. And essentially, he put up the Michael Jordan hands like it really doesn't matter, all right? And Maul, who rarely speaks out about his personal business online, actually responded to all of this stuff. Crook said, yo, you had the first ever Slaughterhouse varsity, man. This is crazy. Maul said the lies are always loud. The truth is always quiet. I promise you. Somebody had mentioned Maul, and it essentially was like, yo, I thought y'all were building a team, family, building something together. When the bags are empty, it's none of your business. When the bags are full, I've been there, man. Maul did respond to this and said, man, listen, smart people know what's going on. Maul said, I've been cool and quiet for too long. I'm allowed to get out of character for at least an hour, maybe 40 minutes. The truth is usually short and simple. Somebody was like, yo, speak your truth, King. He was like, nah, not my truth, the truth. Niggas love to say my truth. That's actually their lies. Somebody was like, yo, nothing but love for all three of y'all, man. Hope this get resolved. Maul said it's already resolved. Just time for the people to know the truth. That is all. He said smart people can see the lies. Some people are just looking for entertainment. Lies are usually that. That's why reality TV is a hit. And yeah, that is essentially, he said, trust me, I'm blessed. My karma is beautiful. Everything will be addressed only for the supporters. They deserve the truth. Somebody was like, yo, do a YouTube video in one of those Love and Hip Hop vests Joe was rocking. He said, this ain't joke time. Somebody said, I'm ready to hear what you got to say, Maul. You don't strike me as a nigga that be lying, so I'm listening. He said, I'm not with the corny shit. I'm only willing to sit down and address everything because people supported something for years. They deserve that. Rory responded to everything going on and getting fired on the air, or live on a podcast rather. He said, man, what an error. Thank you to everyone that listened, supported, told their friends about us, bought a subscription, ticket, or merch. Any value starts and ends with y'all. I'll get to that messy shit soon, but in the meantime, I'm here to celebrate an amazing run. Love. He said, I just read that back and it sounded like the Bow Wow thank you record, shaking my head. And for now, that is the update we have on the, I can't even call that just a podcast anymore. That is the Joe Budden soap opera, with Joe Budden featuring some of his new co-hosts and now former co-hosts. Y'all let me know what y'all think about everything in the comment box below. I've given my thoughts a couple times already. Look, man, Joe, I felt like handled that situation entirely wrong. But two things I can never tell a person. One, I can never tell a person how to feel, and I can never tell a person what to do with their content and what to do with their brand and their company when they run stuff. And those two things apply to Joe Budden. So no matter how I feel he handled that situation with Rory and Maul, it's still his at the end of the day. He gets to do whatever. Is that a recipe for disaster? Losing a lot of good content and a lot of good products that you keep creating in the process? Probably so. But the best thing about a Joe Budden is he can go create another one. He is the place that essentially is irreplaceable. You can move around other parts. Somebody was like, yo, you can't compared him to LeBron and Kobe in the last video that I did on this. Yes, I can do that. Look, Joe Budden is not LeBron James athletically, but in his field, he can essentially touch anything and turn it into gold out the gate. The other parts can be replaced. You can put them in and out, but as long as you got him as a centerpiece, seemingly everything he touches works. And that is the reality. What y'all think about all this stuff going on the Joe Budden love and hip hop triangle, whatever you want to call it? Thank y'all so much. Time, love, support. Never take it for granted. Salute. I'm out. Catch full new episodes of FERRO's music-based platform every day only on YouTube at itsmrtaliaferro. You can also find clips, updates, giveaways, and more on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, also at itsmrtaliaferro. For all basketball fans, make sure you tune in to FERRO's daily highlights, reports, and commentary on YouTube at FERRO, and even more updates on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at FERRO as well.